Hey everybody, how's it going? I wanted to make a video about my new Kraton 2019 version. I've been looking for one of this for a while. I wanted to buy a new one, so I was looking around for deals and stuff like that. And thank God one day I got lucky and I went to Hobby Town here, our local hobby store, and I didn't even know that, but they had a 25% off deal, and I went ahead and I purchased it. It came in. It took like 2 weeks for it to come in. Just give you like more of a look around on the car itself. Got my little Deadpool right there in front. Anyways, so I finally got it after 2 weeks, and I took it out of the box. Started playing with it, and immediately, I felt regret, and I was like super disappointed from driving this thing around. I've been driving this. It's my E-revo, the brushless edition, the first edition. This thing is a monster, right? This thing goes with those wheelies when it's going 50 miles per hour. I mean, it's just incredible. I mean, I did a bunch of upgrades. The titanium Sabox servo. It has a 18 to 54, 18 on the pinion, 54 on the spur gear. It has the wheelie bars, everything, right? So this thing is a monster. Actually, I know it's a shameless plug, but I'm gonna have this one on eBay right now. I'll put the link in the description if you're interested. But yeah, this thing, I mean, it's a first revo, but this thing will blow this thing out of the, out of any race or anything like that. Since I've been driving this thing has the titanium servo, so I mean it can turn on a dime. I started driving this thing. It took the whole road just to do a turn. It was slow too, and like I said, I played it with it like literally for like 3 or 4 minutes, and I was like, screw this, right? I was all disappointed. I put it back inside, and I took a nap. Friggin' 8. Anyways, I get up and I'm like, man, there must be something wrong with it, right? So I start messing with it. The first thing I did was this. As you can see, I flipped the tires backwards, because that's one thing I noticed, that it wouldn't get any grip at all on the road, on the asphalt itself. There was no grip at all. So you can see that I reversed all the tires, and that helped out a lot. And it was going faster. It was turning better, a little bit better. But it was still taking almost the whole 2 sides of the road just for it to actually turn. Anyways, so what I did is I took out the servo horn, and I started messing with it. As soon as I did that, I noticed that there was a lot of resistance on the steering itself, right? And I remember from the E-revo itself, right? You know how they have the castellated nuts on the knuckle joints? Right there. So anyways, I'll plug this thing because it's making noise. Anyways, I noticed that this one has them too, right? You can, let me see, I can give you a better look. It's this guy's right here. Those red nuts. You have one on top and one on the bottom. And I went ahead and I loosened those after I had taken out the servo horn, of course, and I checked that there was resistance. They were too tight from the factory. They were like super tight, and I've heard about stories about the servo sucking and being bad and blah blah blah. So I'm like, this. I loosened it out, and I could tell immediately that that thing was way too tight under from the factory. As soon as I did that, I plugged back the servo horn. And you could tell. Let me show you guys. I'm gonna put the camera facing this way for a little bit so I can plug my battery real quick. Yeah. Sorry about that. So anyways, it's plugged. The batteries are plugged in. Let me turn the radio on. Let me turn the car on. Alright. I like how quiet it is. You know, I am gonna put a motor fan on it, but I just like the way how quiet it is. So when I got it, it was kind of like that, you know. It would turn, but it was very, very slow. So now that it's loose, I mean, and you could tell that it was like fighting it, you know. And I mean, that's still the same basic servo, right? And it's so responsive now. It'll drift, it'll turn, like not even the quarter of the street, you know. I want to turn it off because it's a little bit. The fan starts getting noisy. So, anyways, that little, those two little fixes, right? Just turning the tires around. If you don't have other tires at the moment, just to plug the battery. I don't like leaving it connected. Those two little fixes, turning the tires around, it gave me more grip. The car noticeably went faster, right? You can't change the pinion and that'll make it faster. Also, I don't want to do that because I know it just heats up the engine and all this other stuff. I'm going to keep this one like that. The way it is, like this, or even if you get Badlands or some better type of tires, you know, it'll increase your speed. I'm going to keep it like this. And then the little fix on the knuckles, right? That was, I mean, that did it. This thing is amazing. Now it turns on a dime, it drifts, it does what I expected this car to do. Yeah, I mean, I freaking love it. When I did that, my smile was from side to from one end of my face to the other. You know, I was so happy with this thing. One of the upgrades I would recommend is this. This thing is amazing. I had it on a car that is pretty similar to this. I ended up getting rid of it. I sold it, but this thing will save your car. I ended up hitting something real hard, and it saved the car because I mean it has a lot of give. Like I said, it doesn't come with it, but this is what comes with it, and this is nothing, right? You're gonna hit straight on this, and this has like a springiness to it, and it'll save your car. I ordered a T-bone racing rear bumper also, but it hasn't come in yet. All I have is Traxxas batteries, so I bought this one. They're just little female T90s to the Traxxas plug, to the Traxxas male part, so you can use your Traxxas batteries. I noticed a lot of people were saying that like the longer batteries would like stick out a lot. It sticks out maybe, you know, just a tiny little bit out of there. But I mean, it runs perfect. I haven't had any problems with it. I know you can buy shorter batteries. This thing, I like the way that these straps are. I mean, I prefer it like this, where the batteries are encased, you know, in its little container. But I mean, this is fine also. I like the way it has the bumper. This is a really nice car now with those fixes. It runs pretty much like I thought this thing would run. Yeah, guys, I just wanted to do like a little small review and some help for the people who have this thing and and like me, were pretty much disappointed from driving it around the first day. I'm gonna take it out to the park in a little bit and play with it, you know, run it up a couple of little bumps and stuff like that. I don't really like jumping my cars. I don't bash them around. I just like them to go fast, you know, and to turn and stuff like that. But yeah, I'll go ahead and try this one out. Like I said, I have a couple of Pro lines that I'm thinking about getting on this guy, but I'm gonna run him like this for now. Thank you guys for watching. Like I said, I have this one on sale on eBay right now, so I'll put the description on this thing. Like it doesn't look like much, but this thing flies. This thing will burn this thing out of the, you know, out of any race. And but yeah, I'll put the description for this one on the. I'll put the link for this one on the description. But again, I'm super happy with my purchase after those small fixes. If you're having that problem, if you're having laggy steering, you know, I would recommend for you to do this before you go and buy another servo, another like that. This servo, it's a titanium servo, so this is like $80. But yeah, thank you guys for watching. God bless you. And yeah, enjoy your cars. Thank you. Bye.